Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Trey Hendrickson disappointed, confused by recent comments by the Bengals. Bengals DE Trey Hendrickson watched Cincinnati buck expectations this offseason, opening the vaults to extend their stud wide receivers. While it was nice to see as a spectator, though, he is still waiting for his own extension. After earning All-Pro honors and leading the league in sacks, he wants a new deal. And the team seems much less incentivized to extend him than they were for Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. With the retirement of Sam Hubbard, Hendrickson is even more valuable to the Bengals, yet they have not shown strong indications of commitment to his future. In fact, certain comments from within the organization got him raising his eyebrow recently. "I think he should be happy at certain rates that maybe he doesn't think he'd be happy at," Bengals executive Katie Blackburn said of Trey Hendrickson, via ESPN. "I think some of it is on him to be happy at some point, and if he's not, that's what holds it up sometimes." Basically, she was saying that Hendrickson should be happy with what the Bengals are offering him, if anything. According to Hendrickson, the communication from the team has been sporadic at best, despite previous assurances. "To read what I read yesterday was confusing, like it's my decision," Hendrickson said of the Bengals' comments. He also called them disappointing to read, especially because the communication has been poor. But he also knows his worth, and the worth of the edge rusher position. "With the market continuing to go up, I'm not going to apologize for that, because I've been basically asking for the same thing every year, to be solidified as a Cincinnati Bengal for life," Hendrickson said. He noted that he would have been willing to sign a long-term extension 2 or 3 years ago. Since then, of course, the price has only continued to balloon, the market reset by Myles Garrett. Despite putting up comparable statistics, Trey Hendrickson has generally not been spoken of in the same context as Garrett, T.J. Watt, and Micah Parsons as the greatest pass rushers in the NFL today. He hasn't been far from the conversation, though, and it's not like he isn't well compensated. In relation to Blackburn's comments, Hendrickson noted some things he wasn't willing to agree to. He didn't want to play on a short-term deal. He also said that he didn't want an incentive-laden contract, which may hint at where the Bengals are with him. The obvious priority this offseason for the Bengals was to lock up Ja'Marr Chase. If they managed to cement a pact with T. Higgins along the way, all the better. Despite the struggles on the defensive side of the ball, however, they haven't prioritized their relationship with their best pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson. Having already consented to allow him to seek a trade, how will this end? Why would you bring in a mercenary, Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh Steelers? Motive questioned by analyst. Aaron Rodgers was called a mercenary by Dave Dameshek, football analyst, in his most recent appearance on the NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal. According to Dameshek, the Pittsburgh Steelers are making a huge mistake in trying to bring in Rodgers. While nothing is concrete as of yet, the Steelers are trying every move in the book to hook in Rodgers for their squad for the next NFL season. Rodgers was also recently seen working out with DK Metcalf, Pittsburgh's recent addition, which further fueled reports that the 41-year-old quarterback will be soon playing for the Steelers. Is there a Super Bowl run in the offing if you bring in this 42-year-old guy? Absolutely not. So, why would you do this? Why would you bring in a mercenary? Color me skeptical, especially since you didn't know 2 years ago that Mason Rudolph, much mocked now as the potential starter, was the best option between Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Rudolph. They didn't know that until they just got so desperate. I don't think he's taking them to a Super Bowl ever. But at least you don't debase yourself in the process of bringing in a mercenary, someone else's legend Dave Dameshek said on NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal. Aaron Rodgers played for the New York Jets in the previous season and managed a total of 3,897 yards, scoring 28 touchdowns, with 11 interceptions. Rodgers is definitely known for his time with the Green Bay Packers. However, Rodgers has had his share of injuries and challenges, but will hope to do better in the upcoming season with a new team. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers is apparently holding out for the Minnesota Vikings, according to Ben Roethlisberger. Rodgers has still not gotten back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But most analysts are expecting the legendary quarterback to join the Steelers for the next NFL season. Rodgers was let go by the New York Jets after a couple of subpar seasons with the team. His stats were definitely not so great, and the Jets found that their Aaron Rodgers experiment did not go as planned. Still, Rodgers did certainly put up numerous incredible performances for the team, but the timing was a little too late on the season. Aaron Rodgers has been playing in the NFL since 2005, after joining the Green Bay Packers. Before the NFL, Rodgers played college football for Butte College and the California Golden Bears from 2003 to 2004. Will Aaron Rodgers be worth the wait? As of this writing, the Steelers continue to wait on word, or rather, a signature, for Aaron Rodgers. They have had a contract on the table for him for weeks, but it remains unblemished by his pen. At least for one season, they are staking their hopes on the future Hall of Famer recapturing some magic. As they continue to twiddle their thumbs in anticipation, it's fair to ask, will it be worth the wait? Now, the Steelers are probably not winning any Super Bowls this year, with or without Aaron Rodgers. In other words, a championship would be too high a bar to set as the barometer for this question. Basically, will the Steelers get the type of quality quarterback play from Rodgers one would hope for when signing him? While they somehow netted a Pro Bowl out of Russell Wilson last year, Pittsburgh's quarterback play has left something to be desired in recent years. Some would argue that began even before Ben Roethlisberger retired. Now, Aaron Rodgers is even older than Roethlisberger was when he retired, but the Steelers are kind of desperate. Some believe that the Steelers already have some sort of formal agreement with Rodgers, making the wait more palatable. In the meantime, they did sign Mason Rudolph, who works as a backup and as a contingency plan. Aaron Rodgers will turn 42 during the 2025 season, and is the oldest player in the NFL. He suffered a season-ending injury in 2023, and seemed to be limited by that last season. While he improved statistically as the season progressed, the Jets did not. Many have contended that his late-season stats are inflated in garbage time, which is at least partly true. But is he really washed up? He was still a good quarterback before his injury, and won the MVP in 2020 and 2021. That's not so long ago, but it's also not yesterday. If the Steelers can provide something close to ideal conditions, will they see the Aaron Rodgers of old? Or will they find themselves stuck with just the old Aaron Rodgers? And you, fan? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers' situation? Write to us in the comments.